On behalf of the administration, faculty, staff, and students who welcome you to Scarborough High School in the Kippy Mitchell Sports Complex for tonight's quarterfinal matchup between the visiting number 9 seeded Bulldogs of Portland High School and our very own number 1 seeded Scarborough Red Storm. And now the starters of tonight's game. First, the visiting Bulldogs of Portland High School. In goal, number 0, junior Lucy Tidd. Number 5, sophomore Annalise Collin. Number 6, junior Phoebe Knoll. Number 7, senior captain Elizabeth Littell. Number 9, junior Kyla Derrick. Number 10, senior captain Elijah Stein. Number 11, senior captain Kate Martell. Number 14, senior captain Kendall Sniper. Number 15, junior Marissa Hill. Number 17, junior Morgan DeVoe. And number 21, sophomore Sydney Trefethen. The Bulldogs are coached by Matt Bernstein, assisted by Skylar Folsom. And now the starters for our Scarborough Red Storm. Number 10, senior captain Julia Black. Number 4, senior captain Allie Mokeski. Number 3, junior Talia Borelli. Number 21, junior Lana Duranovic. Number 11, junior Maeve Davis. Number 24, junior Sasha Willette. Number 12, junior Avery Pettengill. Number 8, junior Natalie Ryan. Number 15, sophomore Emma Blanchett. Number 9, sophomore Delia Fravor. And in goal, number 1, sophomore Sophia Rinaldi. The Red Storm coached by Mike Farley and is assisted by Doug Bennett, Hadley Escott, and Jill Deering. At this time, would you please rise, focus your attention to the American flag, and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
Welcome everybody to Scarborough High School, where in today's quarterfinal matchup is between the number 1 seed Scarborough Red Storm and the number 9 seed Portland Bulldogs.
And it's pretty foggy here. We'd like to thank Athletic Director for Portland High School, Lance Johnson, for the pop-up tent here to keep us out of any potential rain that may come. So we thank him wholeheartedly for this pop-up tent.
And so coming into this game, Portland, they finished the season off 7-7, giving them the 9th seed. They played Sanford in their last game. It was a preliminary round. They ended up winning that 1-0. It was a close game until about halfway through the first half. Portland had a corner taken by Kendall Sniper, and it was headed into the net by Eliza Stein. And then about 15 minutes left, and it's going to be kicked out of bounds by Hill. With about 15 minutes left in that game, Lucy Tidd came up with a huge save on a penalty kick to keep the game 1-0. It's out of bounds on Portland. And so on the other side, the Scarborough team is undefeated on the season, 14-0. And so this will be a tough matchup for Portland. Their last game of the regular season, where they got a bye in the preliminary round, was a 4-0 win against Deering to cap off their undefeated season. These two teams did play each other. It was the very first game of the season. It was an 8-1 win for Scarborough. And so, I mean, this Portland team is definitely a lot different than that first game.
I agree. We've seen a lot of their games. And in the playoffs, anything can happen.
And so this Scarborough team scored 79 goals on the season and only allowing 2. And it was the 1 goal with Portland and 1 goal with Thornton Academy. And so that 79 goals gives them a 5.6 goals per game. So it's, the name of the game is to keep Scarborough off that scoreboard as long as possible. Collins will get there. It's taken away by Carlista. Gets to Colin. Carlista can't take it away. Colin will get into space. And it's kicked away by Natalie Ryan. Will be a throw-in for Portland.
Well, and Portland's going to need all kinds of speed tonight.
It's taken down by Mo Krisky. And it's going to be kicked out by Marissa Hill. It's taken into the corner by Djurkovic. It's in the middle. And it's out of bounds on the shot by Ali Mokriski.
Off the football goalpost. And we have a really good-sized crowd here on the Scarborough side. This is where we've had to set up on the platform.
Stein will kick it into space. Black will kick it off of Martell. It's out of bounds on Portland. And it's Farvert who tracks back to get the ball for Scarborough. And it's taken away by Derrig, but it's out of bounds. 34 minutes to go. Sniper can't get it out. Knoll will get it up to Littell. And it's kicked up, but too far out in front of Martell. It's going to get to Julia Black. And it's a turnover, but a light touch by Sniper gives Scarborough the ball back. Borelli will kick it out of bounds.
Well, and both teams right now just trying to get a good feel for the field, the passing, and their opponent. And I'm assuming at some point soon you're going to see the action really pick up.
Collin will get it into the 18, cross it in, and it's kicked away by Blanchette.
Well, there you go. That was a great drive by Portland.
It's in the middle of the field to Sniper. Sniper will kick it off of Djurnovic for a Portland throw-in. But it's a turnover. And it's going to roll out of bounds for a Scarborough throw-in.
Well, now Portland putting the pressure on. It's just going to take a good pass or two, and we could have a shot on goal.
And it's going to roll. It's not out of bounds just yet. And it's going to be a goal kick.
Fog seems to have lifted just a little bit on the field. You can see the other side with my eyes here, not too bad. Not sure what it's going to look like on screen.
Collin will head it to Martell. Collin will get there, but it's pressure from Pettengill. Portland's done a really good job at keeping Scarborough at bay.
I mean, Portland has been moving the ball up to Scarborough's side.
It's misplayed by Knowles, taken by Fervert. Davis will get it into the corner, but misplays it, and it's going to be a goal kick for Portland. Just over 30 minutes to go. And I could probably say that the rustiness for Scarborough, it's because they haven't played since last Tuesday. So they've had a week off.
Well, and it looks like, you know, I mean, just going based on rankings and wins and losses, you know, that's tough in itself, but it really looks like Portland's come to play. And to them, it doesn't matter now that they're in the playoffs what the other team's record is.
It's going to get to Pettingill. It's to Borelli. It's crossed in. It's mishit. Not out just yet. And Tid is there to stop the momentum for Scarborough.
Yeah, and Tid, that ball was all over the place, a lot of players out front, and Tid really had to keep her eye out on that with all the deflections and everything else, knowing where that ball's going.
It's going to go out of bounds on Scarborough.
And that was great defense there by Portland.
It's going to be taken away by Djurnovic. It's crossed in, but Trefethen is there to kick it back down the field. Stein, and it's a foul on Portland. The free kick, and it's just out of bounds on the save from Tid. That took a wild bounce.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that would have been awful. But, that's, you see that even on the professional level, that ball just bounces and you're not quite sure where it's going to go, and it goes over your head and in the net. So thank goodness Tid was there.
Corner, and it's over the head of Tid. Colin tried to kick it out, and it was booted out of bounds.
Yeah, wide right.
Now, 27 minutes and 15 seconds left to go in the first half. This game is tied at 0-0. Martel will get it into space. Colin can't get there. It's kicked up to Pettingill, but it will be out of bounds for a Portland throw-in. A little too far for Marissa Hill. Stein can't bring it down. And a shot is saved by Rinaldi from Kate Martell.
Well, there you go. It's a shot on goal, even from distance. Nice, easy save. But that's a start.
Call in. And the give and go between Colin and Stein is going to roll out of bounds. It's going to be a throw-in for Portland. Colin will try to get it to Littell, but it's going to go out of bounds for a goal kick.
Yeah, good idea, just a little too strong on the foot.
It's going to get up to Martell. Martell will win the ball, and it's going to be a foul on Scarborough.
Yeah, Looked like to you, Seth, that maybe she kicked her in the foot. And I think trying to go for the ball. So, boy, I'll tell you, these referees, they really, they can pick anything out, even from a distance. It's really amazing.
So Eliza Stein is going to take the free kick.
Well, let's see if she can bend it in the goal from there. It's not that far.
It's going to take a bounce, but Sophie Rinaldi is in position to get the save.
But it's another shot on goal for Portland. So they've had the last two. That's encouraging.
Borelli can't get it by Hill. So Scarborough getting down the field quickly. And it's going to deflect off of Scarborough out of bounds. It's Djurnovic kicking into the other side of the field. Mina can't get the ball away from Davis. Davis, no, that's a shot and in and out of the hands of Tid. It was Ali McCrisky with a shot.
You know, and down the stretch, Tid has played really well. And so far, so good.
Mina's taken off the ball by McCrisky. Ball will roll to Trefethen. And it's can't be taken down by Mina. And Portland will take it away. And it's out of bounds on Djurnovic.
Well, you know, the one thing I've noticed with Portland is they're playing swarming defense.
It's under 22 minutes to go in the first half. The ball is crossed in the other side of the field. And it's going to be kicked out for a Portland throw-in. It takes a funny bounce, but Derrig will get there. Getting it up to Knoll. And it's going to roll all the way to Rinaldi. And for a team that's scored over 5 goals a game, and that's a foul on Scarborough.
And about 500, 750 referees over here didn't like the call. That's okay. It's their hometown team. They have that privilege.
Colin will get the deflection. And it's just wide. It's going to be a corner.
Wow.
And that was the best chance for...
They had 2 opportunities, and the Scarborough player, you know, that was close to a penalty, but a non-call, which, you know, in playoffs.
It's not headed out just yet. Stein brings it down. Gets to Colin. Hill will get it down, and it's going to be booted up the field. Trefethen can't play it. It's going to be picked up by Morkriski, and it's going to get up to Stein. Stein misplays it.
Well, I have to say, early on here, I don't think Scarborough expected this.
It's going to get to DeVoe. Colin will head it towards Stein, and it's going to be called a foul on Stein.
Yeah, hip check is okay in hockey, but not in soccer.
So the free kick is going to be taken by Julia Black. It's a set piece opportunity for, it's going to sky, and it's going to go out of bounds. So just over 18 and a half minutes to go in the first half. If you're Portland, you're in a position that you want to be.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, they have come out with bold determination here. They have played great defense. They have played swarming defense. They have not allowed Scarborough really any momentum.
It's going to be into the middle of the field. Stein will track back, get it to Colin. Colin will give a slide tackle, but the pressure from Scarborough defense gets the ball back.
Well, and I think Colin had the right idea. There just wasn't anyone there for Portland. You know, just try to get it to the outside and hope someone comes up and grabs it. So, you know, it could have been, but it wasn't.
It's Jernovic will cross it in. It was DeVoe there to head it out of danger. Sniper will stop, get it to, try to get it to Stein, but it's by her. So Scarborough will move the ball back down the field. Knoll pressuring Jernovic. And the ball is finally taken away.
Yeah, it looked like the Scarborough player just ran out of energy just a little bit.
The ball will, Colin will get there, and it's kicked out of bounds for a Portland throw-in.
Well, and as we've seen all year, the Portland players on both sides on the outside have really great speed.
Throw-in will get to Stein. It's Jernovic with the ball. Getting it up to Shiners. And it's going to get by Farvert. Knoll misplays it. Pressure from Scarborough. It's crossed in. DeVoe can't get it out. Trefethen will momentarily get it out. And it's going to be out of bounds on the shot attempt by Emma Blanchette. Just over 14 and a half minutes to go in the first half. Game is tied 0-0. Ball is momentarily taken away, and it's going to roll all the way to Tid. Stein can't bring it down cleanly, but it's kicked up the field. And a misplay by Maeve Davis gives Portland a throw-in. And it's going to be out of bounds off of Martell. Stein will get there. Sniper up to Colin. Colin can't get it to Martell.
Oh, they had the. That was a great defensive play by Scarborough right there.
Fitzgerald can't get it away, and Tid is there to save Delia Fervert. And Fervert had a pretty bad angle on that shot.
Well, and as we've seen, though, throughout this season, some of those shots that you don't think are going to go in.
And once again, Tid is there to save the shot from Djurnovic.
You got to figure if Scarborough's going to shoot on goal, they got to be those nice, easy ones like that.
Fitzgerald can't play it cleanly. Trefethen closes and DeVoe will kick it up the field. And the ball is going to be kicked out of bounds on Scarborough for a Portland goal kick.
Well,
Back in the game for the Bulldogs, number 7, Elizabeth Littell. The Red Storm, number 12. Avery Pettengill.
Under 12 minutes to go in the first half. Sniper will get it to Hill, and it's going to take a deflection off of Martell.
In the game for Red Storm, number 3, Talia Borelli, and number 18, Maya Taylor.
And it is starting to rain.
well, I guess the only good thing about that, Seth, is if it comes straight down, we're covered versus it blowing sideways. So let's hope the wind doesn't pick up.
Stein can't get the ball. Colin, it's out to Borelli, and it's going to be a goal kick for Portland. And this Portland team has played in rainy weather. The Chevrolet game that got rescheduled because of rain. So
Yeah, we did that game sitting in a couple of beach chairs underneath one one of those half beach gazebos.
And Trefethen is there to intercept the pass. Fitzgerald's can't put, it's crossed in. And Littell will get it up momentarily.
Sorry, I lost it there.
It was off of Knowles. Colin will get the ball away. Colin will get it to Stein. Stein will cut back. And Colin will get it up to Martell. Martell misplays it, but gets back to it. He's going to get it into the corner for Colin. Colin will cross it to the middle of the field. Sniper can't hit it to a Portland teammate.
Yeah, she had a couple right there, but
It's going to be played by Djurnovic. And it's going to be out to Borelli. Borelli will cross it in. Can't be taken down cleanly. And it was kicked out by Sniper, so it's going to be a corner.
well, I don't think she intended to do that, but let's see what happens.
The corner is going to be taken by Allie McCrisky. Tidd punches it out, and it's in. It was number 15, Emma Blanchette. Comes with just over 8 minutes to go in the first half.
I don't know. I don't know what anyone on that Portland team could have done. Tidd punched it out, and it went right to the head of a Scarborough player who headed it in. Nothing you could do about that one. I mean, right place, right time, right place. What a goal. That was a sweet goal. You know, it may have been a Scarborough goal, but that was a real nice goal. Concentration and all that.
And it's going to be a save by Rinaldi. It was Kate Martell with a chance to even the score out.
Yeah, and you know, the way Portland's playing, all they need to do is just keep playing like that, and eventually, hopefully, something will drop.
It's going to be a foul on Scarborough. It's going to be headed up the field. Sniper will kick it back down. Littell can't bring it down. Littell will get the ball. And it's going to be a out of bounds on Scarborough.
Still plenty enough time here to put something together.
No, it was a foul on Liza Stein will take the, and it's going to go out of bounds. Just over 6 minutes left to go. Scarborough leading 1-0. Going to be in the middle of the field. Martell will track back. It stays Scarborough ball. DeVoe will get it up to Knowles. It's in the middle of the field to Djurnovic. And it's going to be a foul. It's going to be out wide, but it's too wide for Annalise Collin. Taken away by Sniper, but it's a foul.
Yeah, just got the ankles.
So it's going to be free kick on the 40-yard line. Taken by Julia Black. And Tid is there to catch it. To Martell. Collin misplays it, but it's kicked out by Scarborough. Collin, and on the slide tackle, Annalise Collin is down. And there's 2 players down, but the play continued. Not sure what the whistle was.
Yeah, because Scarborough had control of the ball, but there was a player for each team down. And so everyone's trying to figure out why they blew the whistle.
And it looks like Avery Pettingill is going to have to be taken off the field.
Yeah, walking gingerly. Boy, that was a quite the collision. You know, in this wet field, too. A lot of times, you know, you may try to stop and start, and it's very difficult, very slippery, and to try to pivot and get out of someone's way can be very difficult. And so
Collin will have to come off the field as well.
And so everything's gotten straightened out. Everyone's off the field, and now we'll get back to action.
So Allison Mina will come on for Collin. It's a free kick. That's going to get kicked up by Black. Knoll is there, getting it out to Littell. Littell will get it to Sniper. Sniper out wide to Mina. And it's taken away. Djurnovic will get it into the corner for McCrisky. And it's DeVoe there to get the header away. And it's going to be a corner for Scarborough.
Boy, I'll tell you, the Portland players have played some great defense tonight.
So this is the third corner for Scarborough. 2 minutes to go in the first half. And Tid there to catch it.
Well, and that was the right thing to do, although it can be scary because, as we saw the last time, the header going in, she left a little bit of distance away from the net, but she grabbed it.
It's going to be in the corner. It's Carlista. It's crossed in. DeVoe will kick it out. DeVoe will kick it up.
Well, in the last 5-10 minutes, it's been all Scarborough pressure.
It's headed to Sniper. It's going to be played all the way back. Under a minute to go. And it's going to roll out of bounds for a goal kick. 30 seconds to go. Ten seconds to go.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3,
And the horn will sound as at halftime it's 1-0 Scarborough.
Well, and I have to say that Portland did a really great job this first half. The goal was an exceptional goal. You know, there was nothing cheap about that. So to be down 1-0 at half, while it's not great that you're losing, they played exceptionally well, Portland did.
And so the goal was scored by Emma Blanchette. It looked like it was going to be punched out by Portland, but it was played back in, and Tid was way off her line, and it floated right over the top of everyone's head into the net.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what you could have done on that. That was very unfortunate for our goalie, but fortunate for Scarborough to have a player right there and to put the header back in. I mean, that was pretty good.
But for Portland, being down only one goal against this Scarborough team that's scored over 5 goals a game is really good. And so you just need to talk about ways to move the ball up the field and get good scoring chances, because like you said, in the playoffs, anything can happen. And so at halftime, Scarborough leads this game 1-0 over Portland, and we'll be back for second half action. And we're back for the start of the second half. Portland is going to start off with the ball. We'll see what both teams talked about at halftime. But for Portland, just continuing to play their game.
Well, and I think that's the key right there, Seth. Just continue to play your game. Eventually, those are going to fall.
And it's kicked out of bounds for a Portland throw-in. Gets kicked out to Stein. Stein will kick it to the middle of the field. It's Rinaldi there on the bounce.
Well, and a Portland player right there just in case.
Takes a deflection. Sniper, and it's a foul on Stein. Takes a deflection. And it was Hill who kicked it up. And it's going to be out of bounds on Davis.
Good little battle right there.
Stein will get it into the middle of the field. It's crossed. Taken down by Knoll. And it's just wide by Phoebe Knoll. I think Stein was trying to get it to Colin out wide. It took a deflection. Derrig will kick it out of bounds. So it's going to be a throw-in for Scarborough. It's into the middle of the field to Blanchette. And DeVoe is there to get the ball away. It's kicked up the field to Littell.
Good stop right there.
Martell. It's kicked back to Sniper. It's out wide to Colin. And it's taken away, kicked down the field. Takes a bounce. It's DeVoe. It's deflected. And it's going to be a foul on Portland. So Scarborough has another chance on a free kick. It's being taken by Lana Djurnovic. And that one is going to go out of bounds. It was wide left.
Well, that was good that Tid didn't have to play that one for a potential corner. But you do got to have good judgment on those, too.
Yeah, you got to know where that post is. DeVoe will kick it up. It gets out to Davis. Davis. And it's Trefethen. Can't get it up to Martell. Blanchette will get it back to Black. Black is going to kick it up. DeVoe. And it's going to be a foul on Scarborough.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a delay there by the referee to blow the whistle.
Free kick gets taken down by Sniper, taken away by Mark Kriske. Davis gets the ball taken away, but it's out of bounds.
Well, and that was a good play. She forced the Portland player to do that so that Scarborough could throw it in.
It's crossed in. And Tid is there to save it off a shot by Lana the Jernovic.
And it almost looked like it was going to slide between her hands. Great grab. Because that was a hard boot. And with this mist and rain, you do have to worry your gloves are wet.
It's taken away from Portland. Borelli, and it's going to be a goal kick for Portland. 33 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in this game. It's going to be over everyone's head out of bounds.
And I cannot believe the number of little kids that are here at this match. It's pretty impressive. It's the largest crowd of little kids I think I've seen at any of the soccer matches we've been to, both boys and girls.
Martell will get it back to Sniper. Knoll gets the ball taken away. It gets to Markriski, and it's going to sail over the net. Portland not able to get it up the field. It's a low kick. And Tid will pick it up. It's going to take a deflection. Stein will get the ball taken away by Blanchette.
That was a good struggle right there.
Hill in a battle, and it's taken away. It's going to be a throw in for Scarborough. It's to Littell. Littell can't bring it down. Derrig will kick it backwards. It's going to be kicked up. Sniper will bring it down. Gets up to Martell, but Martell can't play the ball. Collin will intercept it. Collin takes a long touch, and the ball is taken away by Markriski. And it's right to Tid from Djurnovic.
Well, and this field now is tilted in favor of Scarborough over the last 7 minutes, I think.
It gets back to Blanchette. Derrig will get it to Sniper. Ball is going to be played back out wide to Davis. Sniper will get it to Stein. Takes a high bounce. Littell. And Davis takes Littell off the ball.
It's amazing how that ball stayed on that yellow line for a good 5 yards or so.
Djurnovic will get it up to Farvert, and it's an offsides. So it is the first offsides of the game, coming with 28 minutes and 40 seconds left to go. And the free kick
was
sails out of
miskicked.
bounds.
Yeah. Well, you know, I mean, I'm sure the cleats are nice and wet too. Try to get a good boot on it. The ball's wet. The cleats are wet. Field is wet.
It's going to take a deflection. DeVoe will finally get it up. Davis will have it out wide. Sniper looked like interrupted the pass a little bit. And it's going to go out of bounds for a Portland throw-in. 27.5 minutes left in this game. All it's going to take for Portland is one good drive up the field. As long as they don't give up a chance. And it skies over the net, barely. It was Talia Borelli. No, it was Aaliyah Morkrisky.
Well, that's very fortunate for Portland. Yeah, I mean, Portland needs to put something together here soon. This field has definitely gone to Scarborough's side.
It's going to be a foul on Portland. Portland definitely needs to keep this a one-goal game. And Tid is down. And we're going to have a timeout.
And we'll be back.
And we're back. There's just over 26 minutes to go. Tid had to be taken off the field. Linda Nicholson is now in net. Colin. It's a give and go. It's too far out in front. It will take a Portland bounce. Colin will cross it in. And Rinaldi is there. It's going to get to Littell, and the backwards pass can't get to Sniper. Davis will get it into the middle of the field. And it's going to be kicked out of bounds by Derrick. 25 minutes to go. And it looks like Tidd will come back in on the next whistle. And
Back in the game for Portland, number 0, Lucy Tidd.
so Lucy Tidd is back into the game. And it's going to be a goal kick. Portland's got to move this ball up. It's going to get to Noel.
Well, now's a good enough time to rally. You got your goalkeeper back.
And it's going to be, can't be kept in by Mokriski.
That was close.
And Davis will get the foul. So it's going to be a free kick. It's misplayed. Colin tracks back. And I don't know if you can see it, but every time the ball moves, you can see water coming off the field. So this ball is, it's a save by Tidd, but this ball is definitely moving slower than earlier in the game.
Well, that means the passing needs to be even more perfect.
Colin will use her speed. It's crossed in, but it takes a deflection. Sniper can't get it to Martell.
Yeah, just not enough boot.
And it's going to be out of bounds on Scarborough. Give and go to Colin is no good. And it's kicked out of bounds by DeVoe.
Yep, that was self-preservation right there.
.21 minutes and 45 seconds left to go in this game. Ball is kicked out of bounds. Colin will get by the defender. Gets up to Martell. Martell will get it into the corner. Littell will get to it.
Oh, nice play.
And it's a foul. And Portland in prime position. It's Kendall Sniper going to take the free kick. And the ball will go out of bounds.
Hook to the right. And the rain is coming down.
Number 2, Allison Minot, back in the game for the Bulldogs.
going to be taken down by Sniper as we roll down to 20 minutes to go. So we are 3/4 of the way through this game. It's a 1-0 lead for Scarborough over Portland.
Back in the game for the Red Storm, number 18, Maya Taylor, and number 3, Talia Burrell.
Martell tracking back, but it's going to be out of bounds. Djurnovic will cross it in, and it's going to go out of bounds. So we'll see what Portland can do with under 19 minutes to go.
It's been a tough second half for Portland.
It's taken away by Blanchette. It's out wide to Borelli. Borelli crosses it in. And it's saved from going in by Tid. And it's in. It's Delia Farbert. And that makes it 2-0 Scarborough.
Well, that was a nice wraparound. That was a real good wraparound. Great ball control, spun around and booted it in.
And it was assisted by Allie McCrisky.
At this time, all hot food items are on sale for $1 at the concession stand. Hot food, $1.
So unless Portland can get something in the next couple minutes, looking like this will be the end of Portland's season. But we still have 17.5 minutes to go.
Yeah, I mean, it's been tough sledding here in this second half, but anything is possible.
And it's going to be a foul on Sydney Trefathan.
And they have to be real careful here on this free kick.
It's being taken by Lana Djurnovic. And that one goes wide. And this Portland team did all they could to keep this Scarborough team at bay.
Yeah, I mean, they had the first half, they put a ton of pressure on.
And it's going to be a foul on Scarborough. Gonna be, can't be taken away by Noel. Djurnovic. Djurnovic will get back to it. And it's gonna be in there. Tid bobbles it a little bit, but doesn't go too far.
Yeah, I mean, she was fortunate because I think she overran it just a little bit.
Long shot, and it's in. See, it was a second goal by Delia Fervert.
I mean, and that's one of those that is just between the top crossbar and the fingertips. I mean, it had to be perfect, and it was.
Scored by number 9, Delia Fervert. Assisted by number 18, Maya Taylor.
And now Scarborough showing why they're the best team in Class A. And this was a tough quarterfinal matchup for Portland.
Well, and you know, you could say the rain didn't help, but then again, on the other hand, you know, Scarborough's put up a ton of goals, and so maybe if there were no rain, you know, you could say woulda, coulda, should for both sides. But I have to say that Portland has put up a good fight on this one.
It's in there. Tid is there to save it. And the rain is now coming down even more. 14 minutes to go. It's going to be a foul on Scarborough. It's going to go out of bounds. It's a Scarborough throw-in. And so I mean, this Portland team's had up and down season with a 7-7 record. But down the stretch, they definitely shown heart, beating the number 5 seed Chevrolet.
Also on a day just like this.
And so, I mean, and again, this result has nothing to do with the lack of play from Portland. Scarborough is just on another level compared to the rest of the teams in the Class A South.
Well, and that's the key right there. You know, you're talking a team that's undefeated, and you don't get there by just being an okay team. You know, and I have to say that for the most part, Portland has, you know, hung with Scarborough for quite a bit of time, but, you know, they have gotten 3 goals.
Martell all alone, and it's a corner out of it.
Well, let's see what they can come up with here.
And so, not official yet in this game, but if this result stands, it's a little over 11 and a half minutes. Scarborough will play the winner of the number 5 Cheverus versus the number 4 Marshwood matchup. And it's going to go out of bounds. We'll see what they call. It's going to be a corner. Not sure if the Portland players knew that. It's over everyone's head. It's kept in. Djurnovic will get it up. And Trefathan will keep it from going out of bounds. Djurnovic will shoot, and it's going to go over the net. So 10 minutes to go. And this will be the last game for the Portland seniors. It's Allison Mina, Nasia Farros, Elizabeth Littell, Eliza Stein, Kate Martell, Kendall Sniper, Shay O'Brien, and Lauren Gerber.
Well, and just outside the 18-yard box, let's see what they come up with.
Djurnovic will take it, and it's going to go in, making it 4-0 Scarborough.
Yeah, hard to see through that curtain of players for Tid.
Goal scored by number 21, Lana Djuranovic. Now on the game for the Red Storm, number 7, Sanibel Sinners, and number 2, Grace Carlista.
And so, like I was saying, this will be the last game for those seniors that I listed off. But this is for the returning players for next year. This is something to build on.
Yeah, I mean, every playoff game is experience.
And they'll have Lucy Tidd next year. They'll have
The goalie.
Annalise Collin.
Yeah. So, I mean, you know, everything starts with the goalie, and then you build out from there. And so, and Tid has been a really good goalie this season. You know, I mean, the record doesn't show it, but we've seen her make some great plays.
And I know that we weren't there for the preliminary game, but she did make a great save on a penalty kick. And that's the reason why they're playing in this game. Tid will catch it. But running some of their other players that are returning, Annalise Collin, Phoebe Knoll,
Lots of speed there with Collins.
Kayla Derrig, Marissa Hill, Morgan DeVoe, Sydney Trefathan. And so their defensive starters will be back next season. So it's something that sometimes with the defense, it's all about communication and who's going to the ball and who's. And so for those players to be able to play another season together is going to be really big.
Yeah. So they got a good core coming back. You know, and as I said earlier, the key is to play well enough to get in the tournament and then to see what happens. But, you know, unfortunately, when you play the number 1 seed who's undefeated, that's a tall task.
It's going to roll out of bounds. Just under 6 minutes to go. I mean, they had 79 goals in the regular season.
Well, and so far Portland's kept them under their average.
And and you got to look at from the first game they played in the season to now. This was an 8-1 game in the first game of the season, so it's going to be kicked out of bounds. And 5 minutes to go. It's going to be kicked up the field. Stein will try to get it to Littell. And it's kicked out for a corner. See if Portland can get on the board.
Yeah. Right now, you just want to get one.
Number 11, Kate Martell back in the game for the Bulldogs.
Sniper. And it's off the hands of Rinaldi. Trefathan will kick it back up. But it's going to slowly roll out of bounds for a goal kick.
Yeah, that was the right play by the defense. Just let it go. You run some time off the clock and then kick it out.
Just over 3 minutes to go. And it's going to be watched going out of bounds by Morgan DeVoe. And the rain is starting to come down even more.
Well, and once again, thank you, Lance, Athletic Director at Portland High, Lance, for giving us a tent to be under, because we wouldn't have been able to capture this game It's not a win, but at least, as you described, Seth, all of the seniors will have at least their last game that they've played in filmed.
And it's going to roll to Sniper, but it's going to be Sophia Rinaldi there. 2 minutes to go.
2 minutes.
And this has been a really good season. And
yeah, it's been fun covering. We've got to meet a few parents, a few other people asking about where they can watch the games, and so it's been real nice.
And we'll try next year to get as many games as we can. It's going to be Lefevre. We'll watch it go out of bounds. 45 seconds to go. And it's going to go out of bounds.
Yeah, and like you said, Seth, the rain has picked up and the crowd has picked up and left.
Oh, 20 seconds to go. Taken away by Littell.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
4 seconds.
3, 2, 1.
And the horn will sound. And so the final score in this one is 4-0 Scarborough over Portland. And Portland was competitive in the first half, but once they scored that second goal, the momentum definitely shifted and the goals started flying in.
Well, and I do have to say, too, that Scarborough stepped it up in the second half. And it was just tough. It was tough for Portland to put anything together because Scarborough just moved everybody up and put so much pressure on.
And so the 4 goals for Scarborough in the first half was Emma Blanchette. In the second half, it was 2 goals by Delia Fervert and 1 goal by Lana Djurnovic. And that was your 4-0 scoreline. And, I mean, this has been a really good season. And it stinks that it's ended, but...
Well, they got a couple of playoff games in, and there's not much you can do when you run into the number 1 ranked team.
And so just want to congratulate Scarborough on their win, and good luck for the rest of the tournament. But this is the end of Portland's season. Thank you so much for watching. This has been a production of WPPS TV3 Portland Public Schools, saying good night.
Thanks again.